Welcome to Intuitive Moon Tarot. For those of you that are new, my name is Jen, and I am an intuitive reader. I do have another pick a card reading for you guys today. This is going to be a you versus them. We do have two different decks to choose from. We have deck A or deck B, and you do want to go where you're very first intuitively drawn. You don't want to spend too much time on this. It can be helpful if you close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, bring this person to the front of your mind, and ask of the universe and the tarot to provide you with some insight and guidance into your connection. Okay, for those of you that need more time, go ahead and pause the video and take all the time you need. For the rest of you, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, deck A, we are going to start with a surrender card. This is going to be a message specifically for you. It may or may not pertain to your reading with your person of interest. It's just a bonus message from the universe about what you can surrender right now to help you reach your highest self. And while I'm shuffling, I just want to remind everybody that these are general readings. So please just take what feels good in your heart, in your soul, what's resonating with your story and what's helpful to you, and leave any other messages for somebody else. I do offer private readings worldwide, both pre-recorded and phone readings. So if you need something specific to you, please reach out to me, and all that information will be in the description box. For the rest of you, make sure you check out the other videos on the channel. Most of them are not time specific or date specific. They're just there for whenever you need them, and there's a wide variety on there to choose from. Please, universe, please, tarot, what messages and guidance do you have for my viewers for deck A? Please, universe, provide me with some guidance for my viewers that selected deck A about what they can surrender. And there we go. Surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So that is a beautiful message and a reminder that we are not always 100% in control of what the universe has in store for us. So we want to go with the flow and not fight the universe. For our overall energy here for deck A, we have the Page of Cups. Beautiful energy. And let's see what's going on with both parties. You can, you don't have to follow my storyline, just go with whichever side is resonating with you. Okay, interesting. All right. So, give me just a minute to look over this and see what I'm feeling and what messages I'm getting. I do see somebody here with our first energy that was kind of stuck with a decision to make. This is somebody who does have options, but may not necessarily like the options that they have. They may be guarding themselves, guarding their heart, protecting themselves, not necessarily wanting to face the truth or make any decisions right now, probably feeling quite a bit overwhelmed, and I just kind of see this as somebody who's shut down. I see this as somebody who's probably experienced a little bit of hurt or frustration and has possibly, in the more recent past, kind of just had a shutdown moment where it's just like, I just need a minute. I don't know how I want to move forward with this situation. And this could be with you, or if this is like a new love interest for you, this could be with somebody in the past where they've had a difficult, you know, or a relationship that had a lot of turmoil, possibly. And now they're trying to move forward, but they're still kind of in this guarded space where they're talking themselves into it. So it could go one of many ways when we're doing a general reading here. We do have the Page of Pentacles here in reverse. So again, this kind of talks about a lack of progress, feeling stuck, not being able to move forward. I see somebody kind of out of balance and struggling to find some inner peace here. So whether this is you or your person of interest, if this is resonating with you, for our first energy, I do see someone having a little bit of a difficult time moving forward, feeling very guarded, not certain. Whenever we see two of swords here, swords are intellect, and so a lot of it's in your head. It's feeling stuck and trapped, but it's more being trapped in your mind. And whenever we see the number 2, a lot of times we're talking about a decision that needs to be made, possibly between two people, two different situations. This could be between work and romance, or between, you know, head over heart, heart over head, heart over ego. There's so many things that could be going on here. But I do see the energy shifting here and getting back up. This is a very determined energy, a very strong energy. This is somebody who's going to get back up and put the fight in, but they're not fast moving. This isn't somebody who wants to rush into anything. This is somebody who's been a little bit guarded, been a little bit overwhelmed, hasn't really wanted to have to make a decision, or maybe even a little in denial, not wanting to face the way things truly are. Lacking in progress and inner peace, but eventually coming over to this energy of, okay, I'm ready to get back up and move forward one way or another. This is a courageous person. This is a strong person, but this is a person who's kind of been a little out of balance. Then we're going to move over here to our second energy, and our second energy just starts right out with a past or a recent past tower moment. So a tower moment is a huge crumbling of our foundation. This is something significant. This can be a divorce, you know, being laid off from a job. This can be also just breaking down our walls. So some of us have a lot of walls built up from past trauma or just our own personal insecurities. And, you know, whatever it is with this connection, either this person is kind of bringing about this awakening for you, this huge tower moment for you, where you're kind of allowing all these things that you've built up, or they are, to come crumbling down and just have a fresh start here. Or it could possibly be that there was something really significant that this person has gone through in the past, or when this could be with you or with somebody else or another situation in their life. But there was something very significant that has happened to this person that felt very much like a tower moment, a crumbling of their foundation, just a shakeup of their stability, something very powerful and kind of all-consuming. And then we move on here to the 9 of Cups, which a lot of tarot readers consider the wish fulfillment card. And I kind of see this as coming out of this place of turmoil and disruption of peace and a crumbling of our foundation and a breaking down of our walls, and kind of coming to terms with what it is we truly want, and putting that out into the universe, you know, saying, okay, I'm ready for love, I'm ready for my Prince Charming, right? Or I'm ready to be this person, I'm ready to open up. Again, though, we see another slow moving energy. We talk about knights. This is a forward moving energy, but you can see it's very slow, very guarded, wearing a full suit of armor, kind of clenching his emotions, his cup of love there. He does want to offer the cup of love. He is moving forward. He is coming with good intentions, very charming, but this is guarded. And he, she, it doesn't matter. We have masculine and feminine energy in both men and women. So please don't get hung up on the sexes of the cards. More or less, putting this story together, the Page of Cups talks about creative new beginnings, new opportunities. I'm seeing a new perspective here. I'm seeing one party being more guarded and struggling to kind of make a decision. Sorry guys, my low battery notification came on. But yes, our first party here I do see as being a little bit more guarded, not certain, possibly having a decision between two different people or a head over heart type of decision, not making a lot of progress moving forward, this person, and it might be frustrating for the other party, right? Because this person has just kind of been out of balance with their inner peace. But on a positive note, I see them kind of coming out of that energy and being determined to move forward. So if you've been in a situation, in a relationship that has been difficult and you've been stuck, you know, trying to make a decision over, do I stay or do I go? How do I move forward with this? Kind of feeling like you don't know which direction to take, and just a really a deep sense of a disruption to your inner peace. I do see you coming out of that energy, finding your strength, getting back up, fighting the good fight, moving forward in a direction that's going to be positive and send you on your way to a new kind of a creative venture, something that's going to be really good for you. If this is the other party, I can also see somebody here who may be in a similar energy, or if you're dealing with someone that you just, it's like there's a lack of progress, it seems like there's something holding them back. I do see them kind of balancing that out eventually and getting back up, but I'm seeing someone here who's slightly immature. Could be younger than you or just a little bit more immature, and they're still kind of trying to find their balance, their peace. They may even have some financial problems or other areas of their life that they're focusing on, and they're just trying to kind of get that balance so that they feel like they have something to offer. But I don't see that they're giving up. It just might take a little bit for them to get to kind of get their courage back, their confidence back, you know, their will to keep fighting or to move forward or come towards you or whatever it is in your scenario. The other party, I do see having a big, they may even have such an emotion for the other party here that it's just brought down their walls. It's shaken up their foundation. It's been something really significant emotionally for them, and it's kind of their wish fulfillment here, and that will, putting this energy out, being very clear on what it is you want. What we put out into the universe, it brings back to us. I don't know if you can see this swirling around here, but our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, what we believe, what we ask for, we do receive from the universe. So there's a message here. It's very important to be clear on what it is you want, what love means for you, what intimacy means for you, what qualities are important for you in a partner, what you need to feel supported, to be able to break down your walls, or for the other party, same thing. Obviously you need to pick a storyline that's going to resonate with you, but I do see that once we get very clear on our intentions and what we want, and we overcome this tower moment, and we allow our walls down, and we're very open and receptive to love, and we're kind of putting that energy out there and very clear on what it is we want, we are going to be attracting romance into our life. If this is a reconciliation, you may be attracting somebody back into your life, or you may be attracting somebody new into your life after going through a horrible tower moment with somebody that may have been stuck. This person may be getting back up and finding their courage and wanting to fight for this relationship a little too late. That's also a possibility. But either way, I see that one party has gone through a tower moment, and once you come through that and you're kind of back where you're supposed to be, you're going to be vibrating at a different frequency, and you're going to be putting that energy out into the universe and attracting a Knight of Cups. an offer of love. This is not going to be fast. This is going to be in divine timing. It's going to take time. It's not going to be going at your ego's pace. This cannot be rushed or forced. This person is slightly guarded as they come in, but I think that they're worth it. I think that the connection is worth it. If you are in a healthy connection and you're hoping, to bring the love back, I think you need to go through your tower moments. You need to let your walls come crashing down. You need to be willing to be vulnerable. You need to put put your wishes out into the universe. Be very clear within yourself and with what you put out on what you want. And I think you will be attracting a slow and steady offer of love. Again, when I see these two together, I do see someone who is possibly stuck making a decision in the past, a little bit of a procrastinator, possibly because they didn't feel stable financially or with their own inner peace, and they just didn't know how to move forward. They were slightly overwhelmed by this, but I do see them kind of coming, or maybe they were even in a colder energy from something possibly that happened between the two of you or to them in the past. But they are going to get back up. They are courageous. They are going to come back and break out of that energy. And you see here, she starts out with 2 swords, also guarding her heart, a blindfold, not certain on which direction to take, not wanting to turn around and move forward or face her decision. Kind of upside down here, a procrastination, a lack of new creative energy or the ability to move forward. But we move forward from 2 swords to 1, which means a decision is finally made one way or the other. And we see the blindfold is off and the determination has returned. You can see that she is getting back up and she's going to put the fight in, and she's made her decision. But this isn't a fast process, and everything worth having is worth waiting for. We want people to be in the right state of mind, not through manipulation, not through playing games, through their own free will, so that we know the love is genuine. And while that person's working on this other person needs to work on getting to this tower moment, breaking down their walls, breaking down their barriers, getting through whatever upheaval has happened to them, either now or in the recent past. Be very clear on their intentions, on what they want. Be very clear in what they're asking the universe for, because what we think and what we feel, the universe delivers. You might think it's just in your own head and your own heart, but what you believe, you are attracting. So make sure you're clear on that and you're in a good place, and you will be attracting. You can see, it goes this way on my reading. Sorry, my phone's backwards, but you can see that he's coming right in for her with his cup of love. Probably slow and guarded, probably just freshly getting back up and finding his courage, but he's coming for her. New energy, old energy. I don't know with this being a general reading, but this is really, really beautiful and interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pull a love oracle just to give you some additional advice. This is going to be advice for you specifically on how you can attract more love into your life or into this situation, or what you need to know. Please, universe, please, tarot, provide me with some additional information and what my viewers for deck A need to know about how to attract more love into their life or situation. Yeah, I think this divine timing is definitely a part of this, because I see be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. Right here, make up your mind. Be willing to get up and be courageous and put yourself out there and fight for what it is you want. Breaking down the walls and the vulnerabilities and the past hurts. expressing clearly what it is you want, being open to love, being willing to express love. This party as well, be willing to come in and express your love. Yes, it's okay to be guarded. It's okay to be slow moving as long as your intentions are pure, which is what this white horse represents for me. But again, not a rush here, and somebody who's a little bit intimidated to offer their emotion. Beautiful. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If you're not a subscriber already, I would love to have you as a subscriber to my channel. Please make sure you check out the other videos, most of which are not time specific, like I stated at the beginning. They're just there for whenever you need them. I'm also seeing this as self-love. Be willing to love yourself, nurture your inner child, what you really want. I don't know if you see that there. And again, all the information on booking a personal reading will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Love and light. All right, deck B, we are going to start out with a surrender card. So this is just kind of a bonus message. It is specifically for you, so this is not for your person of interest. It may or may not pertain to your love reading with your person of interest, but more or less, it's just a little bonus guidance from the universe on what you can surrender right now to help you reach your higher self. And while I'm shuffling, I just want to remind everybody that I do offer private readings worldwide. Both pre-recorded and phone readings are available, and all the information that you need to order a reading from me will be in the description box. For the rest of you, as always, keep in mind these are general, so just take what feels good to you in your heart, in your soul, what's resonating with you and what's helpful to you, and leave any other messages for somebody else. There are many readings on my channel, most of which are not date or time specific. They're just there for you for whenever you need them or feel inspired to watch them. All that being said, let's see what surrender card. Ooh, that was fast. Let's see what flew out here. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. That's beautiful. So for those of you that have been dealing with a little bit of inner turmoil, possibly some anxiety, stress, frustration, the universe is asking that you, even though I know it's easier said than done, find some time to bring some stillness to your mind, some peace. Find that peace inside your heart. Reconnect to your higher self. Oh, we've got our deck B here. The overall energy for this reading is the Three of Wands. Beautiful. And I am going to pull, we have cards here for both parties, so you can just pick whichever storyline resonates best with you. You don't have to follow my storyline. We did have an extra card come out for one of these parties. Let me see what I'm feeling here, and we'll go over your reading. You know, right off the bat, we do have the Lovers card for our first party here. The Lovers card does represent Gemini, as well as representing a really close, intimate, soulmate type of connection, a strong physical attraction, just a really strong connection between two people. Beautiful, beautiful energy. We have that followed by the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very passionate king, right? He's a go-getter. He knows what he wants. He's not shy. But with my personal relationship with my deck and what I see here, look at the expression on his face. He doesn't particularly look very happy. I'm kind of seeing a prideful person here, somebody that may be kind of hiding behind their pride. I see them putting a front of being very strong and happy per se, but really they're kind of hiding behind their pride and they're having some inner struggle, possibly about this connection with you or about some hurt in the past that maybe they're not showing right on the forefront. I do see them in self-protection mode. We talk about the Four of Pentacles. Sometimes this is related to financial situations, but that's not what I'm feeling here. And with this being a love reading, and what I'm seeing is I see this person being very fearful of letting go, being in self-protection mode, hiding kind of behind their pride here, putting on a front that they're okay when, or not necessarily that they're not okay, but they're not quite as happy or confident or strong as they may be putting off to you. Or you may be this person and you may be having some difficulty letting go of a connection and kind of hiding behind your pride and trying to find your strength, kind of a fake it till you make it energy, but really deep down you're having this self-protection energy about you, right? And you can see if this person would just come down, they're just so desperately clinging to those pentacles there in the tree and to what they have, and guarding themselves and protecting everything that they've worked towards, whether this is inner peace or independence or self-love or financial, financial wins. We do see that if they would just come down, there's so many, these are rose quartz, which actually is the card or the stone here that was for this deck, and that represents unconditional love. And not just unconditional love between two people, but unconditional self-love. So you can see if this person would just let go and come down, all of this is awaiting them. But they're kind of stuck here behind their pride. And maybe that's possibly from a past hurt or deep connection, or maybe that's possibly because of a connection that they lost with you or you lost with them. So again, take the storyline that works. When I'm looking at this Three of Wands as the general energy, the Three of Wands can talk about foresight and, looking out into the future. It comes after the, sorry guys, my low battery came on. It comes after the Two of Wands, which is kind of really contemplating your future and what you want for your long term. But I do see here somebody that feels like maybe they went out on a limb by themselves. And they're kind of out doing a little bit of soul searching, trying to figure out what's going to be best, asking for guidance, seeking guidance. But you see that she's out there on a limb, kind of by herself. And it's like, I don't know if I can go any further because I don't know if I want to take that leap of faith because I feel like I'm alone in this. That's what I'm feeling with my own intuitive feelings and messages that I get from my cards. That being said, we're going to shift now to our second energy. This may be you or your person of interest, but I'm seeing here, it starts right out with the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles talks a lot of, and my battery died, so I apologize for the quick delay here. But again, we're going to pick up where we left off. The Eight of Pentacles can talk a lot about apprenticeship, skill development. It's just kind of trying to perfect a skill. But that's not necessarily what I'm seeing here. Again, it's kind of similar to this energy that I'm seeing in the Three of Wands. I'm just seeing both parties having a disconnect here. I see that one person feels like they're putting in all the work. That's what I'm feeling and getting from this card in particular. I do see somebody working hard and striving, possibly working on themselves and wanting to build in this connection, where the other person is just kind of in self-protection mode and guarded and possibly hiding behind their pride, or just putting off a really independent energy, moving kind of away from this connection and struggling with that. So whichever party makes sense for you and however the storyline comes together for you. The second energy, I do feel, has been putting a lot of the work in, but is kind of left in this defensive energy, just kind of feeling like, again, you just see that he feels alone and defensive and kind of attacked in this And that leads to these two cards kind of came out together. This is where we have the bonus Devil card. The Devil card can represent Capricorn, but that's not necessarily what I'm seeing here. When we talk about the Six of Swords, we can talk about walking away, you know, giving up the fight, moving forward into something that's going to be better. I kind of see this person possibly putting some work in on themselves and doing some soul searching because they felt really defensive in this connection and really attacked and possibly very much alone. I see them just not wanting to fight anymore, not wanting to be in that defensive energy anymore. I see them wanting to lay their swords down and move forward one way or another. That could possibly be with this other party, or this could be on their own. The energy I'm feeling is moving kind of on their own. I do see they are starting to feel like possibly the connection that they're having here may be a little bit toxic. There may have been some hurt or betrayal, like, you know, whenever we see the Devil energy, we can talk about addictions, we can talk about cheating, we can talk about codependency. But I am seeing, when I see these cards come out together, it's like this party's wanting to turn away from the toxicity and move forward into a brighter horizon. They don't want to fight for something that they feel is going to be toxic and is going to leave them in this defensive energy where they feel like they're kind of putting the work in alone. I see that, and I also see somebody that possibly may have been suffering with addiction or some of their own personal toxicity, and they're kind of trying to walk away from that because they're sick of being defensive about it, and they're willing to work on themselves, and they're out doing some soul searching. So that could go in a totally different direction. This is general, so it's hard for me to tell, but there is a possibility here that one person, there was a strong connection, and this person has kind of found themselves stuck behind their pride and putting on a front about their strength and their happiness, and they're kind of losing some of that passion, and they're kind of in self-protection mode and trying to cling on to what was, because the other person could possibly be suffering with some addictions or things of that nature. This is a different storyline, so try to stay with me. And now this person is kind of been putting in the work on themselves and trying to master becoming a better person, but is feeling a little bit overwhelmed and attacked, and kind of having a difficult time with that. But they are willing at the end of the day to walk away from things that are toxic and aren't serving them or disrupting this connection, and they're just kind of out here on a limb. Or one or both parties may be in the same energy of feeling like, I'm out here alone, I'm out here on a limb, I don't know if I want to take this leap of faith, I don't know where this journey is going to lead me, it's a risk. So, two different storylines going on there. I appreciate your patience. Either way, I do see that this is a time frame for you to surrender to your inner peace, to kind of put any of this conflict to rest, to start looking out into your future and what's going to be best for you long term. We kind of have this repeating itself over and over throughout this reading as a message for you. So to close this reading out, I'm going to pull a love oracle for you, and this is just some advice on how you can attract some more love into your life or into this particular situation, if that's your end goal here. But I do see someone wanting to walk away from toxicity or, temptations. I do see somebody that's been in a defensive energy and felt like they really had to protect themselves and fight. I do see some soul searching going on here, and some self-protection and possibly a little bit of pride getting in the way between these two parties. And if this is a new connection for you, this can even talk about past situations for the both of you, conflicts that are coming from your past relationships. Sorry guys, this video has cut out on me a couple of times, so I don't know what's going on, but let me just quickly, before it cuts out on me again, pull the love oracle for you and see what we have here. Yeah, as I was saying, it could possibly be conflicts from past relationships. They're now affecting a current connection, and this is energy that needs to get cleared out. Building trust, letting go of pride, letting go of self-protection, walking away from toxicity. Let's see, please universe, please tarot. What guidance do you have for my viewers that selected deck B? Show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. All right, beautiful. I'm going to end on that note. Thank you again so much to all of my loyal subscribers and for all of your positive feedback. For those of you that are not yet subscribers, I would love to have you and see you here in the future. Love and light.